Hi everybody. Thanks for tuning back in. These IGTVs are fun and kind of inspiring for me to do. This is a different way than I normally get to lead a class or even have interactions through those live videos. So keep in mind that these are short videos. Make sure that your body's warmed up and that you're not starting off really cold or anything like that. So feel free to pause the video, stretch however you need to, run through a couple sun salutations, just so that you feel like your body is prepared and that you've had a chance to actually warm up the body internally. We're going to go through 3 or so of my favorite transitions and just play around with the idea of transitions. They're a little different than the vinyasa we might be used to with just one breath per movement. So transitions, we want to try and breathe throughout and not get caught holding the breath and getting really tight. Sometimes when we're getting in the mind, we're learning something new, the breath takes a bit of a back seat. So you can do this video as many times as you want. You can pause, you can play around with whatever transition that maybe feels good in your body or is opening up windows to new possibilities. When you're ready, come into child's pose. And just take a moment to connect to your breath. Eyes closed. And just allowing yourself to find sensation. Sensation in the body and sensation in the breath. Breathe in through your nose, feel it expand into the back of the body, the rib cage, and through your chest. As you exhale, empty all the way out, feel your chest sink towards the earth, feel your rib cage soften down between your thighs. Inhale, fill up through the back body, your rib cage, your belly, your chest. And let it all drop away. Feel gravity. Take advantage of the pull of gravity and sink in closer to the floor. One more time, breathe in like that, filling back body, side body, front body. And with a big sigh, let it out. Come up into tabletop, hands under shoulders, nice wide grip with your fingers. And then lift into cow stretch. Lift your tailbone, lift your chin and your chest. Exhale to round your back, cat stretch. Push the floor away. Squeeze out the breath. Inhale, flex forward. And exhale, round back. Keep exploring the movement forward and back, but feel free to add in. Really feel like you can tailor your practice however you want. Any sticky spots you feel are hiding, your rib cage, your spine, whatever it might be. Take another cycle of breath, moving once more in each direction. Come to neutral, tuck your toes, and a neutral spine, just a natural curve in your lower back. Shoulder blades press together onto your back to help to widen your chest. Then push the floor away so your rib cage lifts up, your lower ribs draw in. And then lift your knees just an inch off the floor. Hover your knees for 3. Keep your spine long, 2. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Any movements here, welcome them in. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out, let your heels sink. Angle your chest towards your knees. And let your head hang heavy. Roll your triceps down towards the floor. So your bicep is turning up towards the ceiling and the shoulders create a little bit more distance from the ears. Keep pushing the floor away with a generous bend in your knees. Take an inhale, lift your tailbone to the sky. Keep the tailbone lifted, keep your chest angled towards your knees, and then just softly try and straighten your legs. Take a full breath in and let it go. Inhale up onto your toes. Give your feet a good stretch. And then slowly come down onto your knees. Come back into your tabletop. From here, extend your left foot back, spin your foot to the floor, and spin your right foot out behind you. Lift up like you're coming into Warrior Two. So if you need any repositions or extra cushion underneath your knee, go ahead and find that. Arms are going to open T position and just gaze over your right hand. The right foot behind you is like acting as a kickstand, so you can really push into the floor and lift and expand out. Take your left hand to your left leg, moving into gate pose, exalting this back. Reach your right arm all the way back. Peek up past the right arm and breathe into right side body. Feel the left inner thigh lift and the inner thighs draw together and up. So you're lightly dropping your tailbone to the earth, navel to the spine. And your pubic bone and navel are sort of closing up the distance, that gap. Take another inhale. As you exhale, circle your hands down to the top of the mat. Lift your left heel up so you're up on your left toes. Then pick your right knee up and we're swiveling both feet to face the right side now into a modified side plank with your right foot flat, and send your right arm up to the sky. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, reach your right arm overhead, extending out to the top of the mat. And then try and push your right hip a little bit higher and almost try and reach your right fingertips down as though they want to touch the floor in front of your left fingers. Breathing into right side body, one more full breath in. And as you exhale, lower your hand and just step back into downward dog. Take a deep breath in and long breath out. Tiptoes, inhale. Exhale, come down onto your knees. You're going to try that on the left side. So if you need to pause, if you need to reposition, do whatever you need to here. Step your right foot back, spin your heel down so your right foot's planted like it would be for Warrior Two, and then your left foot kicks off the mat behind you. Lift up, open the arms like T position like Warrior Two. Press into your right foot, feel it draw energy up the right leg, pulling the upper inner thighs together so your tailbone and the lower back are lengthening. Flip your left palm, gate pose, right hand on the right leg, left arm stretches all the way back, exalting this. Your left knee's anchored, your left arm's reaching back. Try and turn your heart up and your gaze just slightly to the ceiling. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, come back to your T position, arms out long. Exhale, your hands down flat to the top of your mat. You're going to tuck the right toes under so your heel is up, and then spin left knee up and both feet point towards the left side now. You're resting on pinky toe side of the right foot like side plank and really planting the left foot down. Roll your left shoulder up, reach your left fingertips up high, and then push the floor away to drive your hip up. Then you'll start to reach your left arm over, reaching towards the top of the mat, but getting a little bit lower, creating a crescent shape all the way through the left side body. Take another breath in and another breath out. Slowly inhale, plant your hand, and with your exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in, and let it go. Come onto your tiptoes, and as you exhale, lower to your knees, and take child's pose or melting heart. Melting heart, the arms can be quite wide, resting your elbows, your head, and your chest eventually sinks towards the floor. Take 3 full breaths. Slowly come back into your tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. One more like that, Ujjayi breath in and out. Downward dog's that neutral alignment. Inhale to your tiptoes. Exhale down to your knees. Little bit smoother movement with the breath. Step your left foot back. Kick your right foot out and rise up like warrior 2. Lower your left hand and inhale your right hand up and back, gate pose. As you exhale, circle your hands to the mat. Lift your right knee and then slowly pivot toes to the right side and right arm up to the sky. Take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, extend your right arm overhead. Take a full inhale, and with your exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, full breath out. Tiptoes inhale, exhale down to your knees. Step your right foot back, left foot spins out and lift up like warrior 2. Inhale, flip your left palm up and reach back. Full inhale, full exhale. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. And then lift your left knee and spin your toes to the left side. Modified side plank. Left arm rises. Reach your hip up. Reach up, push the floor away, and then slowly extend left arm overhead. Deep breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. And downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale. And exhale down to your knees. Child's pose or melting heart. 2 deep breaths. Lift into tabletop. And bring yourself back just to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under. Press back, downward facing dog. Moving into the next little bit of transition here, reconnect to your breath. Remember, you can take breaks at any time. Inhale, reach your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left arm. Kick out into fallen triangle and lift your left arm up. And then the same idea, reach it over like you're trying to reach down towards the top edge of your mat. Press into the floor, lower your left hand. You're pivoting on the left foot all the way around into wild thing. Step your right foot behind you, roll your heart up and reach your right arm overhead, again down a little bit towards the top of the mat. Now pull up into your legs, lift up with your core, and come onto your right tiptoes. Lift your right foot up, Right hand's gonna come right onto your knee, so it's like you're in a floating tree pose. Look to the top of the mat and help step your right foot forward. Plant your palms, land in a runner's lunge with both feet facing forward, 12 o'clock. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower your left knee, lift up, low lunge. Deep breath in and let it go. Take a full inhale. Twist to the right, just a little bit of a neutralizing alignment. Bring your right hand to your lower back, or maybe down towards your left leg, and exalt your left arm up and back, a little bit of a rotation in the spine. Deep breath in, and let it go. Inhale, come back up, T position through the arms. Exhale, circle your hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Full breath in, and long breath out. Inhale your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, left knee, right arm, fallen triangle, kick your foot all the way out. Spin your right foot flat to the floor and reach up and reach out from your hip to your fingertips. Extend towards the top of the mat and turn your chest towards the sky. Deep breath in here. As you exhale, lower your right hand, lift your left leg up, knee to the chest as you spin on your right foot onto the pinky toe side for wild thing. Step your left foot behind you and then turn towards the ceiling. Lift your hips, your heart, and reach towards the top of the mat. Push into your right foot and your right hand to get light on the left foot. So even just up onto your big toe. And then start to pick your knee up. Grab hold of your knee like you're in a floating tree. Look forward and help as much as you need to your left foot to the top. Land in your runner's lunge, fingertips frame the left foot, feet are forward, 12 o'clock. One breath in. As you exhale, lower your right knee and come up, low lunge. Deep breath in. Twist to the left, arms open, shoulder height, and then left hand's gonna go either low back or down to your right leg. And exalt your low lunge back, revolving to the left side. Find your breath and feel the body. One more inhale and one more exhale. Up nice and slow to shoulder height. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Full breath in and long breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee, left arm, kick out, fallen triangle, and roll your left side up. Look down, left hand to the mat, right knee to the chest so you can swivel on your left foot all the way around until your left foot points to the right. Your right foot comes behind you, wild thing. Take a deep breath in, lift your hips, pick your right knee up, with or without your right hand, step your right foot forward. Lower your left knee, inhale, reach up. This time, a little bit of a back bend. Cactus your arms, open your chest. Deep breath in and full breath out. Inhale, reach to center. Exhale, hands to the ground, downward facing dog. Full inhale, out of the mouth. One more if you need another sigh. Inhale and exhale. Left leg lifts. Left knee, right arm. Fallen triangle, kick your left foot out and roll right hip up. Right foot's flat on the floor, so push the floor away and reach from fingertips to toes. Plant your right hand, left knee to chest. Spin on your right foot all the way around like side plank, but step your left foot behind you, wild thing. Lift your hips, lift your heart, reach, and maybe even look to the top of your mat. Pick your left foot up, look where you want your foot to land, and step your left foot forward. Lower your right knee, Vinyasa, lift. Cactus your arms, open your chest. Deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and sigh it out. A full breath in and let it go. Come to your tiptoes, down to your knees, and rest, either child's pose or seated. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath. Stay in your body. And with your next inhale, come into tabletop. And just observe for a moment in a neutral spine if there's anything stirring. Transitions can stir up a lot of energy, a lot of heat. Notice that your breath is staying with you. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and let it go. Tiptoes with your inhale and slowly tiptoe to the top of your mat and take ragdoll. Feet hip distance or wider and a generous bend in your knees. Sway the weight of your shoulders and arms side to side. Let your torso follow, and just feel the weight shifting right to left. Move actively with your arms crossed or holding on to opposite elbows. Swing your arms forward so they frame your head and tuck your chin in a little closer to your chest. Bring your shoulder blades up your back towards your hips. So that'll bring your forearms closer to the crown of your head, and then rock the weight into your toes a little bit. Slowly roll yourself up to stand. Just vertebra by vertebra. And stand at the top of your mat, palms face forward, close your eyes. Take a nice long breath in. And steady breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Take your gaze to the top, tiny little back bend if you'd like. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your hands down onto your hips. Root down through your right foot and cross your left foot behind you. So you're resting on the pinky toe side of your left foot, kind of like you would for side plank. Inhale, reach up. Grab your left arm and just gently pull up on your left arm and lean to the right. Keep the weight in your right foot and rooting down through your heel. Find your focal point out in front of you, and then the trick for me is to lean forward first over my leg and really push against the ground, airplane pose. Sweep your left leg straight back, your arms out. Take your gaze a little lower now so your neck is nice and long. Step slowly back into Crescent Lunge, and inhale, reach your arms up. Take one more breath here. Take your heart up, lift your eyes if it feels good. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower your hands to the mat and lift your left leg up parallel to the ground. Push out through your heel and then slowly bring your left knee in behind your right heel and your shin's going to plant down to the floor. Lean over and onto your left hip. Now if you can't bring your right sitting bone to the floor, extend your left leg straight out and make sure your right foot can stay flat and your sitting bones are flat on the floor. Lift up tall, turn to the right, wrap your left elbow around your knee and right hand behind you. In Ardha Matsyendrasana or full Matsyendrasana, you want the sitting bones grounded. If you want to deepen the twist, your left arm can go up and across your right thigh, a little bit more leverage. Look over your right shoulder and take another breath in and another breath out. Inhale to slowly turn your head back to center. As you exhale, lean to the left and your hands are going to plant. Now if your left leg is straight out, hook your left foot back and then push into your right foot, standing splits, left leg straight up to the sky. Fold forward and bring your forehead down to your front shin and push, squeeze your left glute, your left hamstrings, and lead up from your heel. On your exhale, float your left foot down to meet your right. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. And hands to the hips. Shift the weight into your left foot, cross your right foot behind you. You're resting on the pinky toe side of your foot with a deep bend still in your left knee. In your left knee, the weight's coming forward, so your left foot, the heel, is really rooted, and you're pushing actively into the big toe mound. Reach your arms up, grab your right arm just below the wrist, and stretch up and over to the left side. Finding a long line of stretch from the right little toe to the right little finger. Start to shift your weight over your left foot. Find a focal point out in front of you. Airplane pose, Dakasana. Reach your arms back. Push your right heel back and lift your chest almost a little bit like cobra. Bend into your left knee and slowly step back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. Full breath in, extend up and out. Exhale to ground into your left heel, plant your hands, pick your right leg back up parallel to the floor, and then slowly lower your right knee in behind your left heel. So again, if you can sit down from here, sit straight back so your left foot doesn't really move, but make sure your left sitting bone can connect to the floor. If it doesn't, extend your right leg out in front. You're going to be sitting off the side of your mat a little bit, that's okay. Stretch up tall, turn to the left. Wrap your elbow, left hand behind you. If you want, right arm up and over the knee. And take a breath or two here just to extend and twist. On your next inhale, take your gaze forward, untwist. Plant your hands to the right of your front foot. Hook that right foot back if you've got it extended, and then lift up, standing splits. Push your right leg to the sky. Fold forward over your front leg and drive the right leg up. Feel lots of power in your glute, lots of power through your thigh. Fold forehead towards knee, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, float your right foot down to meet your left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the way up, inhale. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Just using these simple movements to flush breath through your body. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Connect to your breath and rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time through that transition. Hands to hips. Cross your left foot behind you. Rest to the pinky toe side of the foot. Inhale, reach up. Grab your left arm and pull it gently to the right. Lean over your right front foot. And extend your arms back and your left leg out, airplane pose. Big step back, crescent lunge, take your time. Exhale, hands to the mat, left leg parallel to the floor. And then send your left knee down behind your right heel and sit. Stay sideways on your mat or to the side of your mat, and then lift up. Turn, and when you're ready, look back over your right shoulder. Inhale to untwist. Plant your hands in front of your right foot and lift up standing splits. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Take one more breath in to push your left foot higher. Exhale your left foot down to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. All the way up, inhale. Hands to heart center. Hands to hips. Ground your left foot and cross your right foot out to the left side. Reach up, grab your right arm, and gently pull it to the left. Find that long line to stretch all the way through the side of the body. Lean forward over your left foot, gracefully coming up into your airplane pose. Take a big step back into crescent lunge. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your mat. Lift your right leg parallel to the ground. And when you're ready, right knee in behind the left heel. Sit squarely down to your mat. The left foot doesn't move much. And then turn to the left and find your twist. Deep breath in. Peek over your left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, turn your gaze to center. Exhale, plant your hands by your left foot. Standing splits, lift up. Fold towards your front shin. And then with your next inhale, push your right heel a little higher. Exhale your right foot to meet the left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up one more time. Reach to the top. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. We'll meet back in our standing forward fold. Fold forward, soften your knees. Inhale, take your feet just a touch wider and fold. Feel free to take ragdoll or peace fingers, big toes, and find a forward fold that feels good in your body. Take 2 more breaths here. Rise up, inhale, and bow forward. Take a flow back or step back downward dog. From downward facing dog, deep inhale, lift your toes. Exhale down to your knees and come to sit. We're going to take the soles of the feet together, the knees nice and wide. If you need anything supporting you, you can do what you need to. Lengthen up. I'm just going to close the body, ease forward, Baddha Konasana. Try not to pull or force yourself down, just let gravity do it. You did a lot to open the sides of the body. It's one of my favorite things to do. And the sides of the body can open our peripheral awareness, our internal peripheries as well as the external. It can strengthen our senses. So allowing yourself to slowly pull all of that awareness back towards center and breathe deep down into the hips. Sliding any of that energy still stirring around in your mind down towards the heart. Bring that energy down towards center and down into your hips and just sink into gravity. Take a full breath in And a long breath out. Slowly come up. Come to lie down onto your back. Planting your feet just hip distance apart, palms flat by your sides. On your inhale, just a small bridge. Lift your hips, press your feet into the floor, your arms into the floor, and gently feel your chin slide down towards your collarbones. Feel like you're just neutralizing the spine with this little inversion. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, release. Opening the sides of the body is really great if you're working into inversions, handstands, headstands, forearm stands, shoulder stands, that whole family of postures. If you'd like to take an inversion, you're more than welcome to, half shoulder stand, or if you want to turn around and go into a full headstand, you can. Or just simply, if you're going to stay on your back with me, extend the legs up into dead bug. The arms can come up as well. And if you need a little wedge underneath your hips, you can use a block, books, pillow, whatever that might be. Try to take 5 to 10 breaths in whatever inversion you're in, even if it's child's pose, melting heart, downward dog. If you're close to a wall, legs up the wall. Even though what we did was kind of specific, maybe a little bit quick, and not feeling like a full, complete yoga practice, it's still helpful to integrate and tap back into the relaxation response where you can really receive your practice and any new connections you just made in your body. Take another breath in. Ease yourself down. We'll meet flat on our backs. With knees bent and feet flat on the floor, just very restorative for the lower back. Slide your hips to the right. Bring your knees up closer to your chest and then let them fall to the left side. And cactus or stretch your arms out nice and wide. Just a gentle twist. Twists really help to neutralize the spine. Inhale, bring your toes to the floor. Slide your hips all the way to the left side of your mat. Lift your knees and then let them come to the right, just so that your spine aligns and your legs are more likely to rest together. Sink your shoulders heavy against the ground. Take a couple more deep breaths. Slowly just toes back onto your mat to roll to center. Align your hips, feet together, knees wide, and then stretch your arms out straight but wide so they're away from your body. Palms to the sky. Take a big breath in. One final sigh out. Extend your legs, find Shavasana. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Really allow yourself to stay in the body, continuing to receive, and not for the mind to replay, but for the body to feel whatever the production of energy was or now is, still lingering physically. hope you had fun with those transitions. Whether they're new or familiar, it might be just a different way to explore them. Thank you so much for watching. Please write comments. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. And stay tuned for the next one. The light in me honors the light in you, even from this distance. Namaste.